Do y'all want to help me pluck some chickens?
No!
Ash!
Get away from me, no!
You're kind of a screw up, you know it? 75 on trip, but don't be even on 3, but don't be even on 3. 75.
You better run here.
Just stay scared.
Miss Hilton? Good morning, Miss Hilton.
Good morning.
Your plane leaves in 3 hours for the Simple Life reunion.
It was the challenge of the year. Could jet setter Paris Hilton and her best friend Lionel Richie's daughter Nicole last 30 days with no money on the Ledig family farm?
This place sucks.
Tonight, from Fort Smith, Arkansas, Paris and Nicole come face-to-face with the Leddings for the first time since filming ended in a behind-the-scenes special with outrageous moments you've never seen.
It's bleeding. I can breathe.
And now, the Simple Life reunion.
Isn't that Paris Hilton?
Simple country.
Where the hell are we?
And now, the Simple Life reunion with your host, Lisa Gibbons.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Simple Life reunion. Okay, guys, this is the night we're going to answer all the questions you've ever had about the Simple Life. We are in Fort Smith, which is kind of in the neighborhood as Altus, where they shot the Simple Life. How long have the girls been gone from you folks? Like, since the summer, like 9 months or so. Do you miss them? You miss Paris and Nicole? Yeah. They turned this town upside down. So guess what, people in Arkansas? They're back! Hang on. We're going to bring out Paris and Nicole in just a few minutes, but first I want to introduce a family that I think is so real. They're so generous. I think they're so brave. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ledding family! We start out with the grandparents. Curly and Richard. How you doing, Curly? Good hair tonight. Have fun. Hello, Richard. Handsome. Mom and Dad, Janet and Albert, of course. Hi. Hello, Albert. And the sons, including Braxton. How you doing? Hey, Justin. Hi, Kane. Ah, look at you. Have a seat. Welcome. Look at what's happened. America has fallen in love with you, absolutely. Forget your anonymity. You're forever now the famous Ledding family. And you know what? They're such good people, and they seem like very smart people, right? So my question for you then is, Janet, what on God's green earth were you thinking, letting these girls live with you for a month?
Well, we weren't thinking right off the bat.
Albert, had you known, would you have agreed to do what you did?
Oh, I might have thought about it a little bit harder, but I think we still would have did it.
So, Kane and Justin, I was going to ask you what you were thinking, but I think it's pretty clear what teenage boys would be thinking with these two girls living under their roof. I mean, honestly, most guys would kill to be in your shoes. Kane, what was it like?
The girls were really annoying.
Really annoying?
They were annoying.
What, stealing too much time at the mirror in the bathroom or what?
They stole way too much time in the bathroom.
Now, Justin, don't you even try saying they were annoying, because I saw your face. Did it right? Please. What was it like?
It's better than having two ugly girls living with you.
Beats the heck out of that, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, now, before we bring out Paris and Nicole, since they can't hear us or anything you want to say or that we need to clear the air with right now?
I'm not sure. I think they pretty well know everything we've been thinking.
You were pretty much on the line, weren't you? Folks, let's bring them out, right? Those Simple Life heiresses, Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie. a nice welcome, but that was kind of a Hollywood welcome. Can't you guys give them an Arkansas welcome? Let's do a little pig suey. Come on, come on, come on. On your feet, on your feet. I think that was the highest form of compliment, right? The highest level of compliment, just to say that they really embraced you as being part-time residents here in Arkansas. How are you, ladies?
Doing great.
How is it to see the Lettings again?
It's so crazy because I haven't seen them in so long. So it's like not seeing your family for like 6 months. It's weird.
And Braxton, I bet, is really much bigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Braxton, you so stole the show, honey. You know what? There's so many questions we all have for them tonight. But can we start with something really basic? You know, they came to you to give you shows like about things you know, like being glamorous, being socialites, being gorgeous, modeling, the whole thing. No. Paris, you decided, well, let's just go down on the farm. I mean, what?
I just thought it'd be something different, something that I'd never get to experience, people I'd never get to meet, things I'd never get to do. And I said, you know, I think it's more interesting doing that than just doing something in LA that I always be doing.
Well, it sure works. America loves this show, loves you, loved the Lettings. Did your parents watch? What'd they say?
My parents loved it. My
They
dad
did.
thinks it's so funny, and my mom just thinks it's so funny. It's like when I would call her and I'd be like, "Oh my God, you don't know what I did today." She'd be like, "You did not do that." She didn't even believe me until she actually sees the episodes and saw that.
You did
that-
some
that we did
outrageous stuff.
Crazy stuff, yeah.
I mean, Paris, your parents must have been so proud of you. You went there.
They were really proud. No one believed anything until they actually saw it.
Couldn't believe, right? Now, you two have been friends for what, like all your lives?
20
decades, yeah.
Oh my gosh. We've got a picture of you, actually. I think you were 6 or 7 years old. Let's take a look at this one. Look how cute. Do you remember this day?
No.
I do.
You do, Paris? What? Now,
My mom bought us these, we always used to buy costumes and dress up, so we were dressed up as two housekeepers.
that is funny. You want to grow up and be housekeepers.
Yes, we
Okay,
did.
good. Who is the instigator? Because you two can get into some trouble. Mischief. Who usually stirs it up?
I think that we just kind of feed off of each other's, and like I can look at her and we won't even say anything, but we'll be thinking the exact same thing. It's just something from like the foundation that we have together. It's just, I don't know. I think we can just look at each other and be like,
We know each other
Yeah,
so
we
long.
just know.
It's like we're telepathic.
So you can set her up and Nicole knows no limits. We'll just go for it.
Nicole will go for anything.
We found that out. You can really be quite the troublemaker, and I want to share with the audience one of Nicole's sort of Oscar-winning performances.
What did they charge?
I charged a mirror and a birdhouse.
The birdhouse I got for Mother's Day.
I'll tell you what, just let me have a word with the girls and I'll try to take care of it.
Girls,
Start crying.
girls,
Hello?
y'all just getting up.
No. Something happened to my cat.
Your cat, what happened to your cat?
He died.
When?
That was really over the top. I love how Paris goes, start crying. Girls, we've all been there, right? Turn on the tears, start crying. Did you really think that Mr. Reading was going to fall for that?
I don't think you understand, like, I just was not expecting him to come to the house. He was walking in the house, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, and I was just making up these lies as I was going along. I was like, my cat, and he's like, well, what about it? I'm like, it died, and I just was thinking of, like, the worst possible case, like, anything, you know? I'm like, just please feel bad for me, please get out of here, please, I have no money, I
But
can't
see, that's the thing about the show. There were times when, I mean, in Lettings, you probably felt this way, too. There are times watching it as a viewer when I wouldn't know whether I wanted to hug them or slap them, you know, or whether to, like, wring their necks or just hug their necks. It's right, am I right?
Sometimes.
Especially when you watch the show. I mean, some of the funny things, especially when they're on the jobs with us, we didn't see any of that. I mean, we have laughed. I mean, you know, a job, you need to really go work, but some of the stuff, I mean, it's funny.
The thing is, it comes so naturally to both of you girls. You can absolutely turn it on. And this was a perfect venue for you, wasn't it?
It was really
We had fun.
You're going to see throughout the hour tonight, we have moments that are not in the series, things that didn't make the show, things that there wasn't enough time in the show to share with the audience. So we'll be sharing it with you, and we're going to start with this little star over here. So Braxton, I know you like to watch yourself on TV, don't you? Okay. Look at this, honey. Here's Braxton.
Oh my god, I want to eat you. You're so fabulous.
Oh, you dressed up. How's this? Now do I look pretty?
Thank you, Braxton.
How much did you love him?
We are obsessed with Braxton.
He literally, he can hold an adult conversation. Like,
He's the
Paris
smartest
Nicole,
kid in the
I'm
world.
just like, I feel like I'm talking to somebody my age.
You know that people talk about him being the smartest kid in the world. Hey, Braxton, do you like the girls?
Yeah.
Did you miss them when they left? Sugar, can you come over here? May I talk to you? Is that okay, Mom and Dad? Is that all right? Come here, Braxton. Or you can sit with the girls if you'd rather. You want to sit between the girls? Sit right here.
I'll sit here.
Oh, you'll sit here.
What's up?
What's up yourself? Now, Albert, I know you've raised 3 boys, but this one can do some chores.
Yeah, he can do a few.
He can do some chores. In fact, he had to do your chores often, didn't he, girls? I mean, how many times, tell the truth, out of the 30 days, how many days did you make your bed?
Let me.
I made the bed.
Can I tell you something?
I always made the
She
bed.
really-
I'd make the bed while she was in it,
Yeah,
basically.
she would.
I'm impressed with that. Wow.
I was Nicole's maid.
Coming up, did an LA cover girl find love in small town America?
You were like the hottest guy in Arkansas.
Also, our girls take on the working world and lose. We got the bosses here to tell all. We're going to be back with more from Arkansas of the Simple Life Reunion Special.
Hi, guys. Hi.
He's gonna kind of work with you a little bit. Y'all need to practice those cows.
I'm not doing that.
Welcome back to the Simple Life Reunion. We are in Arkansas answering some of the questions that you wanted to know, showing you things that weren't on the show tonight, and a lot of moments that I think we have to give you credit. I mean, getting up at 5:30, I can do that. Putting my hand in a cow like that, I don't think so. I'm not so sure. You look like your entire body was going to get sucked up in there.
I mean, the thing is that you really have to put a lot of force into it because the cow, he doesn't want you, like, going in there. So he's like, you know what I mean? He's resisting, and I don't want to go in there, so you just have to, like, go for it.
You had already committed, you may as well just go, right?
Yeah, you just got to go in there.
And of course, there's Paris to run away.
I would not do it. I was so grossed out. Nicole did so many things I could not do.
Oh, for real? The 9 to 5 just wasn't for you, was it?
It wasn't 9 to 5. It was like 5 to 5.
Yeah.
I think that if it was 9 to 5, then that would have been a little bit easier.
Janet, they were like late for everything, weren't they?
They were late a lot. A whole lot, you know. One day we were so excited because we just knew, you know, they got off to work on time. Then we see on the little show that they were late for work anyway. Oh my God, they lied to us.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
I want Yeah, do you all want to apologize to the Lettings for anything right now? This would be the time just to let it all go.
We love you guys.
Yeah, we love you. We're sorry.
I think you could have gotten away with anything with Curly. Look at sweet Curly. Curly, how much do you love the girls?
I love them a whole lot.
We love you too.
I love them like they were my granddaughters.
Aw, that's so sweet. And you know what? You gotta have respect for a woman who can get hair like that, like 4 stories of hair looking that good. Because you know what, Curly? Really, the higher the hair, the closer to God, so that is really beautiful hair.
I made that.
Right, that's right. Take a look at some of the moments of Paris and Nicole at work.
You ever clocked in anywhere before?
No.
Have you ever had a real job?
No.
Okay.
I'm never taking up again. On my arm.
That's not as bad as the stuff on your cheek.
Thank God we bought these shoes. Would you have died? And we were in heels. Oh my God.
You can't do that. These people's going to drink this milk. They're kind of a screw up, you know.
Oh my God! Get over here really quick and take that down.
You see a kid, they like to see the balloons, not the finger.
I don't know exactly what it is y'all are looking for in life, but I hope you find it.
Thank you so much.
Danny, would you stand up? This is Danny Council from the dairy farm, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, girls, when he says, I don't know what you're looking for, what are you looking for? Not a job with him at the dairy farm?
No. That was the worst job we had. It was
So,
so
you
hard.
you have the record for being the worst job. How does that make you feel?
I guess okay.
You were the first boss to fire them.
Yes, ma'am. I was the first boss they had.
Ever in life.
Yeah, I think so.
Ever in life. What did they do wrong?
Everything.
I'm kind of glad you fired them because I was worried about the milk supply there for a while.
Well, first of all, we did not sell that milk.
Thank you.
That milk was poured out pretty quick, but they really did a good job milking. They did a good job milking.
The cows enjoyed it, didn't they?
I think they did.
Would you recommend them for other employment?
Possibly, but I just don't know what field.
Thank you, Danny. You're a good sport. Was he a tough boss?
You know, I think the worst part about it was that on our lunch break, after being around cows and everything, we go into his kitchen and he gives us cheeseburgers and milk for lunch. It was brutal.
Now, talking about cheeseburgers, we have your bosses from Sonic here. Alicia, Dawn, stand up, please. You girls were tough on them. Nice to meet you. Now, it seemed like you were enjoying working at Sonic, though. I mean, Paris, you were having just a big old time.
That was my favorite job. I loved it. I had so much fun just roller skating around and serving food. Like, that was the best job that I had the whole time here.
She was kind of good at it, I gotta say.
Yes, on some points.
Are you still serving those, what did you put on there? The salty...
Anal salty wiener boogers.
Yeah. Serving those?
No.
Get any requests for that?
We've got a lot of requests for a lot of weird things.
You did not see every job that Paris and Nicole took on. Here are some that you missed. Suck it. A little French kiss.
I feel bad. I feel bad.
You can't throw that back. That was $5.
I'll give you $5.
Oh, you can't do that. You just can't do that. Y'all are fired.
Dude, I'm so happy you did that. We got fired.
I love it. Love getting fired. Me too.
Do you have horses? Yeah.
You ever seen one castrated?
What's that mean? Take its wiener out. No.
Scalpel.
I can't breathe.
Right there.
Oh, no. Ah, it's bleeding. Oh, my God. I just want to shake your hand.
Good gosh. Albert, what was the word on the street? I mean, they'd get a job, get fired, get a job, get fired. What were people saying?
Well, we was beginning wondering if we could find any place to send them to work anymore, but I think everybody was having fun with them, so that got out also, and people just kept volunteering to take them.
People kept wanting, yeah, I imagine there was a lot of requests for you. The one thing the audience didn't see was that Nicole actually loves seafood. Really fresh seafood. Watch this.
Good Lord! Somebody wants a dozen minutes. You come back here, you get you about half a bucket of water. You reach in there and you get probably a dozen. They're not gonna bite you.
How do you know how many there are?
Can you count to 12?
So you eat the minnow. Do it.
Just put it in there and swallow it. You want something to drink?
No way. Did you get sick? A live minnow?
I did have some stomach problems, but Buff, he dared me. He dared me to do it, and he did it.
This is Buff Letting, the owner of the Mini Mart. Buffy, come on up. Would you say hello? I'm so glad to meet you. Have a seat. Okay, there's a special relationship here with Buff. Buff, you gotta give me one. Oh, okay. Love this. Give me just one really good Lord.
Good Lord!
I love it. Did you teach him how to say good Lord? Nicole, can you do that? Good Lord. Now, you are the one boss, correct me, Albert, if I'm wrong, who did not fire Paris and Nicole.
I think that's correct.
Well, they were pretty good for business. They brought in a lot of people.
Do you feel kind of guilty you made her sick with that minnow swallowing thing?
It wasn't a minnow.
What was it?
She was dipping skull.
Now the truth comes out. Good Lord. Good Lord. When we come back, we're going to see hot girls from Los Angeles steam up the scene in Altus. We're also going to find out if Justin ever got his threesome. You know you want to know. We'll be right back.
Back to the Simple Life reunion with Lisa Gibbons.
We have reunited the cast of The Simple Life. We're here in Arkansas. We're dishing it up with you all, with the audience, talking about things you didn't hear on the show, showing you stuff you didn't see on the show. But one thing most everybody knows is, well, you two, you're party girls. You're known for going to the best parties. Did you enjoy kind of the change from Beverly Hills to here?
The nightlife here is definitely a lot different.
Okay, let's say you're on a date in Beverly Hills versus a date here. What's so different?
Just the restaurants, the places. Out here, it's more like homey, and everyone's like really sweet. Like in LA or New York, it's like a lot different how the people are. Like everyone here is so nice, and I don't know, it's just different.
How would you rate the boys?
The best thing about the boys here is, like, I don't think they realize how hot they are. So, like, you
told them every chance you got.
I'd be like, you're hot, like, you're sexy, you're sweaty. I loved it, you know what I mean? And they loved it too, so it was fun.
Albert, you worried about him, didn't you?
Yes, worried about them.
Did you stay up at night waiting for him? Because I know you gave him a 12 o'clock curfew.
Yes, they had a curfew. I'm not sure we met it a lot of times, but we did sometimes.
We were late like twice. We were really good. We were really good about that.
Richard, if you were just a few years younger, would you have dated Paris and Nicole?
If I was a lot younger, hell yeah.
You're a hot animal, but they ran into some others a little bit younger than Richard. Here's a look at Paris and Nicole and some of the local boys.
Okay, check it.
He's so sweet. He's sweet. He's cute. We should have a threesome with him.
Tell your grandsons we're in town. We're single and we're here for 5 weeks. Hi, guys. I'm Nicole. You've got beautiful eyes. I love a man who sweats.
I sweat a lot.
It's impossible to meet boys in Altus. The other 10 are 100 years old.
You have a girlfriend? Ooh. It's nice to have a guy to hang out with here. I'm only happy when I'm seeing Anthony. Paris is only happy when she sees Chops. You're a hot bitch.
You are like the hottest guy in Arkansas.
You smell like onions.
It comes so naturally to you guys. It just does. It's like boys are like a sport or something. They fall for you. Paris, you have to admit, hasn't every man you've ever met just fallen at your feet?
No.
That's putting me on the spot, I know. But Nicole, when you suggested with cute little Justin there, like early on, that maybe there should be a three-way, were you for real?
I was, so, sometimes I say things, and then I remember later. Like, I talk out loud, and I talk in my head, and I was like, oh, like, haha, like, we should have a threesome. I tend to just say inappropriate things a lot, but I don't think that I, forget that people are actually listening. So, but...
He's more like a brother? Is that true, Paris?
He's our brother.
Yes. They're all like our brothers.
Justin, you went from a threesome to being a brother. I feel for you, hon, I do. Albert, you didn't know that had happened until you saw it on the show, I bet.
No, we didn't have any idea that had been said.
Okay, now what did you think, Dad?
Well, being a dad, I wasn't real impressed, but, if it wouldn't been my son, I'd have laughed right along with everybody.
You did single out a couple of guys who became sort of the favorites. Now tell me about Trey, Chops that you called him, and Anthony.
We met Chops and Anthony at the gas station when we were working at Buffy's. They're really, really sweet boys, just so much fun to hang out with, and they're really, really polite and nice.
Yeah, we had fun with them.
And Chops was just the perfect name for this guy whose teeth sparkle and a smile from ear to ear.
Nicole came up with that one.
Do you guys want to say hello to the guys? Let's bring out Chops and Anthony. Gentlemen, you have got to be the talk of the town. I mean, what was it like to be with these girls?
It was different. They're really cool and they're really sweet, and we had a lot of fun, didn't we? Yeah, it was different, but once we got to know each other, then everything seemed fun.
Yeah.
Everything seemed normal.
It seemed like you really had a pretty good crush on Paris.
Yeah.
Who could blame you?
Yeah, she's really sweet and she's beautiful, and I mean, she's like the most popular celebrity right now. So like everyone loves her.
That makes you the it boy, you know that.
Yeah.
Thank you. How do you keep them down on the farm after they've had Paris, right? And I only mean that in the the dating sense. Oh, good gosh. Oh, good gosh. You know what I mean. After we've established that they're gentlemen. Oh, goodness. Anthony, bail me out here. Stop chuckling. Come on. Not fair. I saw you putting some pretty good kisses on Nicole.
I try.
Oh, a boy does what he can, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Is she a good kisser, Anthony?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Nicole, he hasn't had any onions tonight. I just thought I'd throw it out there just in case you were interested.
I mean, I have a boyfriend, but here, I'll give you a kiss on the cheek.
Ah, perfect. And they're good friends. That's great. That's great. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Coming up, the girls are actually going to do a little disappearing act a bit later on, but wait till you see what they come back with. Next, though, the simple life is not always the easy life.
I hate it here.
We're going to talk about the day when Paris and Nicole almost threw in their pitchforks and headed for home. Stay close. Welcome back. We are in Fort Smith, Arkansas. You guys are the nicest people in the world. You have to admit, you loved being an Altus, didn't you? Part of you loved it.
We loved it. It's such a neat little town. It's so cute.
It's so totally cute, and we got so used to seeing you. You know, we saw you around town, we saw you working all your jobs, we saw you being hysterical most of the time. But Paris and Nicole did have some moments when the playfulness stopped, and things got a little bit tense there at the household. Take a look.
I want to leave right now. I want to get a ticket right now, honey.
I'm about to scream like being in this house all day long.
I'm ready to run away. I hate it here.
And I'm being treated like a 12-year-old. Are y'all kidding?
No.
Really? Are y'all coming back?
Did you seriously think about leaving?
I mean, at times it was difficult. The thing is that we're shooting 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and no one's life is perfect for that whole entire month. And also, we just missed our family and our friends, and...
I bet. Now, the stricter parent obviously was...
Albert. He was strict. I definitely understand where he was coming from, but also it's like, we were 21 and 22, and I haven't had, like, set rules in a while, so I think that it was both just, like, changing for both, on both ends.
Plus, they've never had daughters, and daughters...
Well, Janet, girls are a whole new deal.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, I don't care what you say, America. Parents, I have both boys and a daughter. You worry about the girls.
Yeah, and especially, them not being from around there and them going out. It was just, I worried about them all the time.
Yeah, we both did. We was quite concerned about them and what was going on.
You did get the sense that it was totally all coming out of love and really wanting to, well, I shouldn't be saying this for you. You wanted to do what for them and with them?
Well, I don't know, maybe, for lack of a better word, teach them something about our values, how we live as a family. Maybe they can take some of that back to the big city with them.
Did you take any of that back to the big city? See, I think that's really interesting because you can feel that sincerity. What are the value lessons that you took with you?
Well, my parents are divorced, so I just grew up so differently than them, and it's so admirable to see 3 generations of families, like, eating 3 meals a day together, and it's really cool. And, like, I remember when they gave all of us the curfew, Justin said to us, well, they wait up for us until we get home. And the first thing that I thought is, like, well, how do you lie? Like, how do you sneak out? And he's like, I don't. And I've never even thought of that, but, that's so amazing that they're just so honest with each other, and it's a really healthy relationship, which is just so amazing to me.
How about you, Paris?
Well, my parents have been together forever, and they're still together, and we're very close. So it's kind of the same thing. I don't live with my grandparents too, but I think it's really cool how close they are, and they're just such a great family.
I can totally understand that you would worry about the girls not only being out and past curfew and with the guys or whatever, but the truck. Paris, the truck was never working. Was that you or the mechanics?
I think it was the truck.
I think it was the driver. I mean, if she would have babied it a little bit more, I think it would have lasted a lot longer. It wouldn't have been in the shop so much, but...
She's like, only knows how to floor it and then brake.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you, Nicole.
Let me share with you some of the moments of Paris and Nicole behind the wheel.
It's dead.
Oh my God, get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the car.
It's smoking.
They need a new car. Is
We're
Shannon
gonna kill
insane? We're
ourselves.
gonna die. I hate this car. The car is dead. Yeah, it's the biggest piece of crap ever. Can you take a picture of us in front of the car? Show our parents. It's the ugliest, most embarrassing car you've ever seen in your life. Like, they're so cheap. I don't know what it is they want us to look like. I'm like, get a nice car, at least has an engine.
Do you think you trashed it?
No. I think we made it prettier.
Well, you gave it a fresh new coat of paint, that's for sure. Did you physically paint the truck yourself,
It's like a Barbie truck now.
A Barbie truck. Albert, I know you're glad to get it back being the Barbie pink now.
Oh, yes. That's something to drive around in. Catches everybody's attention.
Uh-huh. Stay close if you can, because when we come back, we're going to take a look at sexy girls wielding power tools and Paris's favorite shop here in Arkansas. Right back.
I try to make...
So what do you wear with these?
It looks nice.
Oh, yeah, encourage her.
My daughter and I love watching for the clothes. The outfits were... Well, what were the outfits, Janet?
Not much bigger than washcloths, most of them.
Well, you always looked adorable. You really did, didn't they, Richard? Didn't they always look good?
Yes.
Now, Richard, you have granddaughters, don't you?
Yes, quite a few.
How would you feel if your granddaughters dressed like Paris and Nicole?
That's strictly up to them.
Good answer. Hey, there you go. Now, Albert, you seem to be a little bit embarrassed by some of what they have on.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Justin, you didn't seem to have a problem with their outfits ever.
I didn't mind the outfits. He may have encouraged them a little.
He liked the fashion shows. Whenever Paris was trying to decide what to wear, he was just really encouraging her.
We found out watching The Simple Life that it could be that your favorite store is right here in Arkansas.
Dad, do you guys hang out at Walmart?
What is Walmart? Dude, this place is so big. I love it.
I know, he loves it.
They're only $5. We'll bring both the pink and this one.
Yeah.
We love it.
So much. I'm definitely gonna miss Walmart.
Have fun at Walmart. Thanks. I love this store.
Goes a long way at Walmart, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. We had so much fun there. We bought like t-shirts. They were like $5, and like hair ties and magazines and products. Like they have everything there.
And we bought glitter because remember we like did makeovers on the cows when we were working at the livestock auction.
Okay, Buffalo, this is where I have to go. Good Lord. Good Lord. Thank you. I'm going to throw it out to you, audience. Do you have questions for anybody on the stage? Raise your hand if you have a question. Okay, let's go to you then. How are you, sir?
Great.
What's your name?
Dennis Wiedeker.
What's your question?
After everything, would you let the boys go to L.A. with the girls?
Good question.
I'm not sure. But if they did go to L.A., I think we'd have to send a chaperone or something like that.
Thank you very much. Any other questions, audience? Okay.
I'm Sandy Key, and I have a question for Nicole. Nicole, in the last episode, we saw you throw bleach on the pool table after your purse disappeared, and I'd like to know if you think maybe you overreacted a little bit.
It was right before I was about to leave, and my purse with all my belongings were taken. I definitely think that I could have handled it differently, but I apologized to the owners, and we're fine. And Obviously, it could have happened another way, but I think that it was just kind of, there was a lot of tension on that night, so.
Do you think she overreacted?
Well, maybe just a little bit.
There's no doubt they went through some pretty tough times, but eventually, if you'll notice, they really started to fit in and really started to feel like and look like a part of the Letting family.
We know that Braxton likes Army stuff, so we are going to build a fort for his birthday.
What you girls making?
A house for Braxton for his
Making a
birthday.
playhouse for Braxton.
Oh, I bet it'll look real good when it gets done.
Thank you.
Do you know any designers that use camouflage?
Didn't like Christian Dior.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Christian Dior. Cool. Torch.
Happy birthday!
We have a surprise for you. Look what we made you. A little man house.
Do you love it?
Yeah,
Get inside.
Look inside.
I love my fort.
You love it?
Yeah.
Nicole and Paris, you really were using power tools to make this.
We really made it. That was like the first thing we ever made with like wood and all that stuff.
There's nothing like having something that you make
It
with
was
your
awesome.
hands. What a sense of pride.
Yeah.
And it was an
Definitely
army
get some
party,
sort of,
that's
like,
why.
Okay, I did that. Some sort of a self-achievement, kind of.
Well, and especially doing it for Braxton, because I know how sweet you are on him.
Yeah, we love
It was
him.
fun.
After this experience that you've had, I bet there's not much that you think would shock you or surprise you.
Pretty much.
I hope to prove you wrong in just a little bit when we come back, all right? Stay close. I just really have to hand it to you all. You made it. And after it's all said and done, Kane, don't you wish you had sisters?
No,
No. Come on.
never. I don't know.
I have such respect, I do, for this entire family. You are a loving example of what family is all about. It has been such a pleasure. The people of your city and your state have been so gracious and so lovely. And so I think that Paris and... Where are Paris and Nicole? To say goodbye. This is your surprise, guys. Yes. It's for you.
We want to thank you all with this brand new Dodge 2004 Durango. And it even has a Hummy.
So sweet.
Okay, just because y'all just did this, I will take back every mean thing I ever said. I promise.
I think they
Does
like
it have a
it.
meaning?
Suddenly Kate is talking. Look at that. Do you like it? You girls, that was a beautiful thing. 2004 Durango with a Hemi. Enjoy it. Before we go, on behalf of the Lettings and Paris and Nicole, thank you to the kind residents of Altus, everyone throughout Arkansas who shared this beautiful state. On behalf of Paris, Nicole, and The Simple Life, enjoy. Good night, everybody.
Don't miss the Simple Life finale tomorrow on Fox.